put this in the front real quick. The front.
Is that a frunk?
This is my frunk, dude.
You have a frunk?
Check it out, dude. Check out, this is my frunk right here. Welcome back to Side Hustle Garage. In today's video, we're gonna do part 2 for the Porsche 981 rebuild. What we're gonna do is we're gonna drive it downstairs into a little shop. We're probably gonna take off the door, take off the fender, and a few other items just to see and assess the damage a little bit more, and also possibly chain it up for frame repair and whatnot. And a side note, thank you guys so much for the 100 subscribers that we got. That was doing this build here. It's fully done. If you guys haven't watched it yet, definitely click the link and check it out. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Got the car parked downstairs, so I'm going to take out the battery here. Not the battery, but just the terminal, and then we're going to start taking apart the fender and the door as well. Alright, to get the fender off, I need to take off the fender wheel well down here. So I'll take off the wheel, jack up the car, take off the wheel, and take it off right now. Let's do that. Check out these lug nuts right here. They've got these spacers that kind of move, or they don't move with me lugging them. That's those like sophisticated Porsches with their wheels, not to scratch them. Ugh. Oh boy. These are the new wheels, and they were powder coated, so I think in the inside of it, too much of a coating, so I got to take it off somehow. Yeah, these are the new wheels because the old ones were cracked.
Brand new.
Yeah, these are, well, they're repowder coated. See how it's,
oh, yep.
Yeah, so I gotta just take a sander and sand that down. Alright, we got some 10 millimeters and some, what is that, like a T20 or something? Yep, T20. Oof. There you go. That's that piece. This one's still good. It's a little bit bent up, but I'll probably grab a heat gun or something and bend it out. This is a good piece because it cuts off right here, and another one slips on the top, which I bought a new one. Alright. I didn't realize that this was messed up as well.
What?
The front end over here. But I mean, I have all the parts, so we're good. Look, they even painted all their screws. Or, yeah, nuts. Alright, let's go on top here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Look at that, everything is painted. Definitely gotta be careful not to crack the glass.
Yeah.
That'd be expensive. That freaking sucks. Good, we're good. A little bit. There. Wait, actually. Here. Oh, look, it's a release for the gas. If it ever gets stuck.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Cool.
What is it?
It's like a 12-star.
You don't have that?
Mm-mm.
You can use a hex.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that. I wonder if there's an easy way to take these things off.
That's insane.
So in order to take the door off of a Porsche, or this one, you've got the rubber, or whatever, the rubber insert coming into the door sill, and you got these jumpers. It's not like a regular Ford where you can just disconnect it right at the jam. Huh. Okay. There, look at that. That comes off with it. You gotta pull it through the whole entire jam. All right. Okay.
Is that mirror good?
Yeah, I need the mirror. I should have probably popped everything good off the door and then disassembled it, made it lighter too. We'll figure that out later. Check this out. No door on this thing. It's a little different.
Now we can see all that damage.
Yeah. It's quite a lot. This rocker panel was the main reason why I grabbed that other one. That quarter panel, if it doesn't turn out good, like the one that I bought is damaged, I might buy one from the dealer. It's $1,900. Kind of a big price, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, let's continue taking these plastics off. Alright, so a little trick that I learned just doing these cars for a little bit. These clips here, the ones that are like that and they have like a pinhole inside of them, in order to take them off correctly so that they don't get damaged, you grab like something small like this and you kind of put it into it, and that little plastic piece will fall out. It fell out here just somewhere, I just seen it, but it'll fall out a little plastic piece, and then this thing is without tension, so now you can get kind of in the back of it and just push it out, just like that, and you won't break them. They're reusable, so good stuff. Another one back here. Yep, there it is. See, that's that pin that falls out, and then grab your little tool, or even a flat or whatever, and then you take them off. There you go. And that's that. Mint. Sweet. That's that plastic. I don't know if that's, oh yeah, that's bent. But again, heat it up and it'll be fine. Perfect. Alright, so now here are those bolts that we didn't get yet. They're down here. One here, here, here. And I believe that's it. Down here off the frame. A lot of stuff to this fender. It's a Porsche clip. It goes like a weird way. Alright, basically got the front end off here, just kind of pulled it off. And over here there was those 3 bolts. I think this should be it. Let's see what's holding it back here. Oh, it's just glued in. Just gotta grab. Okay. that out. Oh yeah. That's the fender. Oh, it's a lot of mud.
A little glass.
Oh yeah, glass and mud. We're definitely gonna try to fix that because I think it's like a $500 fender. I don't feel like spending that much.
Okay, now you can take a look at that full damage. Get that full view.
Doesn't look too bad. Alright. Yep. Alright, got the fender and the door off. I'm just inspecting the damage a little bit more here. It was hitting the front end a little bit more than I thought. Kind of in here and whatnot, but that's not a big problem because I got a whole new piece for it. I'm going to slap that in there, it'll be great. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the seat and all the stuff in here and kind of lift up the carpet just to see what kind of damage we have underneath the floor here. Yo, let me put this in the front real quick. The front.
Is that a frunk?
This is my frunk, dude.
You have a frunk?
Check it out, dude. Check out, this is my frunk right here. You want to see how the frunk opens?
How does the frunk open?
So basically what you have here is when it's latched, when the frunk is latched, you grab this frunk wire here, you pop the frunk open, and on the frunk you have a latch here, and it opens up the frunk, and it reveals the frunk space.
Dude, that's
which you can put.
Pretty big frunk.
That's a pretty big frunk. Yep. I got a frunk. Anyways, enough frunking around, let's just get back to work. I wish they had like a Porsche logo right in the front, that'd be pretty mint. Unbelievable. Anyways, in here I got a whole bunch of glass, so I'm gonna grab a vacuum real quick and vacuum that up. See that? That Porsche emblem right there. Alright, it's clean enough for a salvage. Let's just continue on moving here. See if that can come out a little bit. Is that up?
Ooh, that's a good... Oh, you got something there too.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No. Alright, well. So if we look on the inside here.
Damage.
Yeah. Well, it's not too bad. I already bent it out.
Dude, that's Porsche metal for you.
It's fine. This is fine. It's a little bit bent up right here if you want to check that out. So like right here.
It's not even...
It's not even that bad. As soon as I start pulling it, it'll go out. Let's see if we can take this sucker off. Insurance company taking off these wires here and they freaking broke the clips. But whatever. It's not too bad here. I don't know what they marked over here. It looks perfectly fine. This piece, actually, yeah, look at that. This piece went in. She looks straightforward.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, so, but that'll bend out.
Cool.
So it's all good to go.
Ooh, that's sticky, dude. Panel bond?
that's real sticky. Alright, so let's continue on looking at the damage by taking off the rear wheel and seeing what's inside of there. Check out how this thing folded right here. This is that support that usually sits like right here.
Yep.
Look at that thing folded. It's a big crash. This is a stock wheel. Yeah, they're like magnesium. Alright, so removing that wheel. The inner fender's already off. I already took it off before. Or I think it actually might have cracked off and I bought a new one for that side. But basically, we got a lot of curls and folds. So you can really smash in if you take a look this way here. Kind of hit it pretty hard. But again, with my little rig here, 10-ton puller, we'll get it all done. We got some damage going up here as well. We'll get that all figured out with the new one.
Was that suspension?
Yeah, this is suspension, or not suspension, this is a subframe bar. It also got hit. At least this one did.
I might... the muffler moved? Or exhaust?
Oh, I think the exhaust moved because the wheel was bent like this before.
Oh, okay.
Because I rebuilt the whole entire suspension.
Oh.
But yeah, the exhaust is moved. I gotta figure out where that hole is. That'll be later. I probably have to take off all the suspension again just to figure all that stuff out. This bar back here is the subframe bar. It's also bent. I'm either gonna buy a new one or I might fix it. We'll see about that. Only time will tell.
What about that bar?
Which one is here?
Top one, yeah.
This one was fine. I looked at it. As a matter of fact, yeah, this one was okay. This whole entire hub split though, like all the way because when the wheel was damaged. I think the guy tried to drift or something. I don't know. Up here we have, this thing is bent. And as you can see, there's a little rip in the aluminum here. That's all bent. And then over here as well, it's bent. Got a lot of mud, so he might have, I don't know, might have been at his new house or something, new location, and tried to drift. Again, I got that whole entire quarter panel piece. I'm gonna take off all the good pieces and put them on here, so it'll be real nice. And then obviously up here, this is bent too. It got bent in from when it was smashed on this side. And I'm really hoping that this is steel. I believe it is. Because it is. Yeah, it'll be easier to weld. Aluminum is kind of hard, but I just hope it's not magnesium, because that would suck.
Why would that suck?
It's hard to weld them. It's like almost impossible. Then it's all on screws. All right, if we keep on going forward here, all this is shredded up. Again, I got a new piece. This part here is saved, which really surprised me. It looks like just the skin kind of went in, but the inner part here didn't. So none of this, yeah, none of these plastics at all cracked. Like they're all perfectly in good shape. And when I turned it on, the fan ran well. There was no weird noises or anything like that. These pieces I got new. This piece I have a new one too. This glass will need to be coming off. And I believe this is all riveted, so I'm gonna have to undrill all those, or drill them out rather, not undrill. That's that. I don't think any airbags went off unless the insurance took them out prior to it. That would really suck, because I was really hoping that the airbags did not blow off, but the insurance company kind of takes everything off and makes it enhanced, so to speak, so that when I look at it, I'll be like, oh, the airbags didn't blow off, but it might have. I hope not though, because there's an airbag in the seat and that didn't go off at all either. It's nice. We got the bulk of the damage right here, so this is probably where we're going to be pulling it right away. This front door jamb, the A-pillar, looks okay, like up to here, but down here it got smashed in, so at least we have a little reference. Because what I'll do is I'll take a cross by cross, so I'll actually explain. If I open up the other door, I can take a reference point from, I don't know, from this angle here all the way up to there, sort of giving me a reference point of like, let's say, I don't know, like 3.5 feet or something, just a random number. And then over here to here, and also from the middle of the car to the outer of the door. So we're gonna make sure this car is nice and, you know, equal, symmetrical everywhere around. That way there's no weird banana shaping going on like in Condor Build's GTR. His got smashed hard. His went in all the way here.
Yeah.
It was bad. This one's okay. This one's pretty bad though. Like not a lot of people would touch this, but this is my project. I love them. So if we look at the front here, this is something that I didn't talk about because when I got the car, I wanted the car to be operational right away. So I took this radiator and I welded it back on. Not radiator, but this is a bracket right here. If you take a closer look, this bracket is actually magnesium, so it's not meant to be welded. But I got some guy, he tried to weld it and he did get a few beads on it. And then I went ahead and grinded it and put some paint on it, so now it looks nice. And it's really straight. None of the plastics or anything cracked. Actually, no, I think it did crack, and I welded that too. But everything is nice. It's very sturdy. As I was telling before, the radiator was also smashed in, and if you take a look right here, it's kind of bent in, but I can't really bend it out anymore because the AC condenser, there's a lot of pressure flowing through it. I bent it out as much as I can, just so it's operational. I'm not going to touch it anymore because that really doesn't matter, a little tiny bend over there. Alright, but that's mainly the bulk of the damage. So we're probably going to be strapping this car on in the next video onto the ground. We have these posts here, like that. And then we have that blue little dinghy. We're going to strap it on there and start pulling it, you know, going at it. Man, that's a lot of damage. Alright guys, that's going to be a wrap for this video, part 2 of the Porsche build. Definitely make sure to stay tuned for part 3 where we're going to be chaining it to the ground here with our little rigging system, and we're going to be moving it and trying to pull the frame, see as much as we can get. The hidden damage wasn't that much, as you can see. The carpet kind of covered it, but it wasn't that much. I'm just going to pull it and it'll pull right out. Definitely make sure to stay tuned for that. And if you guys haven't already, follow us on Instagram at side.hustle.garage for more exclusive content and behind the scenes. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. We got a lot of stuff coming up. Like this video if you guys do. Drop us a comment. Tell us what you guys think about this build. And by the way, thanks so much for that 100 subscribers that we got. We really appreciate each and every one of you. I think it's actually like 107 by now. It's pretty awesome. Thank you guys so much. Alright guys, stay tuned for the next one. Yo, let me close the front real quick for the exit. This front right here. Oh shoot, it's in the front.
You gotta take it out of the front.
Say what about the front?
You gotta take that out.
I gotta take this piece out of the front. Yep. Alright, I closed the front.